Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I have a bit of a different setup right now because I am back in Barbados. I'm actually at my quarantine facility, and I know tons of you have questions about traveling during Corona. So I asked you to, give me your questions on Instagram, and I'm just gonna answer the ones that you asked. So let's get to it. The first question is about the test kit. So the first question is, not understanding the test yourself kit, can you explain it? So basically I got a at-home test kit from Pixel LabCorp, and basically they send you the test. If you're in America, it's free with your insurance. If not, you have to pay, I think, $119 US for the test kit, and it comes to your door, and it also has a return FedEx label, and it's all overnighted. So basically for the test kit, I take out the swab that they give you and I swab it around the nostrils 3 times each one, and there's like a little solution that they give you, and you drop it inside of that and put it in the bag, and literally FedEx comes. Well, you schedule your FedEx to pick it up, and FedEx comes, takes away, and then you get your results in 1 to 3 days. Now I would have scheduled my FedEx pickup Thursday morning because I was traveling on Saturday morning, and for Barbados you have to have a test done within 72 hours. So I took the test the Thursday morning, sent it off for the FedEx, and I got back my results on Saturday morning at around 9 a.m. So as soon as I landed, basically I had my test results, and I was able to show them at the airport in Barbados, and I showed it there, and it was all cleared by the doctor. So I literally just went straight through, and that's how I did that. So I did not have to get the scary all the way down your nose test, even though I will have to get it later on, and we'll get into that in the next questions. How long did it take to get your test results? So basically it would have taken me 3 days to get my test results. If you're coming for 4 to 5 days, will this still make you quarantine? Yes. If you are coming to Barbados, especially if you're coming from a high-risk place, if you're coming to Barbados from America or any of the list of high-risk, I'll put it here what the high-risk countries are. You have to quarantine for 7 days to 14 days, depending on, because you get retested on your 6th day. Which hotel they sent you to quarantine? Can you leave there and go to the beach at least? No, you're not allowed to leave your hotel. You're not allowed to leave your hotel. You are in quarantine. So you stay where you are. That just makes sense. How long do you have to quarantine for? Did you guys choose the hotel? So initially when I came in, they gave me a paper, and on it said that I was quarantining for 14 days. Now I figured that was just because there were people that tested positive on my flight. About 3 or 4 people tested positive on my flight. So I figured they just needed to keep us overtime to do multiple tests. Then the next day I got a call from Nurse Lane, and she told me that I'm good to go after my 7th day. Once the test that they're gonna take from me, I guess on the 6th day, comes back negative, I'm free to go after 7 days. So I actually chose the hotel that I'm staying at, and it's more like an inn, so I have like a kitchen and everything. And there's a list of accredited quarantine hotels. I'll go right here, and what you can do, what I did at least, is I had somebody call ahead and book for a week. And so when I got to the airport, I already knew where I was going. I didn't have to fuss and fight with anybody there. I got in a taxi and I got straight to my quarantine facility. Are you gonna move back to the States eventually, or are you happy to be home? Currently, I'm not sure if I'm moving back to the States, only because of Corona. There are no jobs in the theater. Like, that's what I do. I'm a singer. So if there's no jobs in theater, why am I in America when I could be here, How long do you have to stay at the hotel? So for me, I'm staying here for 7 days, pending if I get another negative result. How did you choose not to stay at Harrison Point? So basically, for a lot of you have asked, how did I choose to stay at a hotel and not a government facility? And that was by me calling ahead and checking prices of all the hotels to figure out which one that I would be comfortable staying at. And I chose my hotel, I want to say 2 days before I came in, because flights have been getting cancelled. Let's just start there. Flights have been getting cancelled. So I called them 2 days before I was coming in and booked my stay here at Meridian Inn for 7 days. Someone asked how long is BIM quarantine if your second test is negative. If you get your second test and it is negative, then you're free to go to, you know, your home or wherever you're going. But the 7 days after that, you still should be wearing your mask and you still should be socially distancing from others around. Just because you know how these tests are, it could be a false negative. Someone asked how was preparing for travel with Poppy and the airport experience. So Poppy's registered as a service dog, which makes travel with her super easy because I can travel with her on the plane. If she wasn't a service dog, then I would have to travel with her as cargo, and that is just stressful. But traveling with her wasn't hard. What I did was when we got to the airport, obviously she was walking around. I had her on a leash for the entire time. When you go through security, you take them off the leash and you just kind of hold them and walk through. That's what I did with her. When we got to the gate though, I fed her a little bit, made sure that she peed before we got on the plane, and when we got to the plane, I gave her 2 Benadryls, crushed it up, put it in food, gave her 2 Benadryls, and she was calm and collected for the entire flight until the end. Then she started behaving like Poppy. She was just excited about everything. New York is a hot spot. All of America is a high risk situation when it comes to corona. So if you are coming from America, you have to quarantine 7 to 14 days. So if you're planning to travel to Barbados, come along, but just know that you have to schedule out those days in case you need to quarantine. Okay, so the last question, because honestly everybody's questions were the same thing. You guys wanted to know basically the same thing. The last question is if you have to travel with a paper confirmation of your test. I have my test confirmation on my phone. Obviously if you print it out it's easier, but let's be real, who really has printers hanging around their house these days? I don't know who just has printers. That's not me. Oh my god, I definitely did not start my audio. Or I did. No, I didn't. Maybe I did, I don't know. You can bring a paper if you want, but if not, your phone is fine. Basically, the procedure, I honestly didn't have to go through that much because when I got off the plane, I had no Wi-Fi, so I had to wait to get Wi-Fi to download my email to see what my results would have been. And so because of that, I had somebody that was, you know, standing up monitoring me, making sure I didn't, you know, move around too much. When I got my results, that person wasn't sure if the at-home kit was qualified under the regulations that we have for Barbados, and so he took it straight to the doctor and she was like, yeah, that's good, which made my life so much easier because it meant I did not have to stand in the line of people that would have just been tested and the line of people that had been tested but needed the doctor to preview their results to make sure everything was a-okay. I literally bypassed the line, went straight into immigration and went to pick up my bags. So the thing about immigration as well, if you're wondering, you should fill out an online immigration form. You can find that in the description bar below. Yeah, so you should fill out your immigration form. It just makes it a lot easier. Make sure you have a pen with you because it is corona times. Nobody's trying to lend you a pen. We're not supposed to be in contact with each other, you know. Going through immigration, basically you have like just pieces of paper, or if you did it on your phone, make sure you save it on your phone beforehand and you hold it up to the glass and the immigration officer reads it off the glass. You show the passport through the glass and then you proceed over to pick up your suitcases. Now before you pick up your suitcases, you have to meet with some of the nurses, and the nurses will let you know what is going to happen to you during the days of your quarantine. And basically we're meant to be tested, our temperatures are meant to be tested twice a day between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. or 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. something like that, and it's recorded and sent off to the nurses so that they can record your temperatures to make sure that you are doing okay. And then you have your red caps. That was honestly my biggest fear because I was coming home, I was moving home, so I had 5 large bags with me and there's no way that I could carry them. So I was like, I hope red cap's still working. Like that is literally what was killing me the most. I was like, if there are no red caps, I am just going to sleep at the airport and that will be it, because there's no way I could take 90-pound bags off of the little turnstile thing. It was a wrap for me on that. So we had the red caps, and for those who are watching that don't know what red caps are, they're literally men and they wear red shirts and red caps, and they help you take your suitcases off of the turnstile, and they put them onto just a little trolley and they push them out for you, so that when you get into the arrivals part, you can just go straight to your taxi or whatever the case may be. In my case, the suitcases were all off the treadmill. What is it called? Anyways, the suitcases were all off of the little treadmill thing, so all you needed to do was walk up and down and point and dictate which bag was yours, and the red cat would pick it up, put it on the little trolley, and you'll go through. And I know everybody will know about customs. For customs, literally the receipt that you would get from your immigration form, you just drop that in a little box and roll all the way out. Nobody wasn't checking suitcases, nobody wasn't like stopping you. I literally dropped the little thing in the box and walked straight through to arrivals. On arrivals, you're met with somebody that's going to ask you where you are going. So if you don't know where you're going, I guess at that point is where you would decide which hotel you would want to stay at, or if not, they will put you in Harrison's Point. I 100% suggest, is the third time I'm saying it, book in advance. Absolutely book in advance. You can go online and you can see the hotels that are available and the prices that are available, and you book in advance. Again, I'm at Meridian Inn Hotel, and that's in St. Lawrence Gap, so I'm pretty close to the airport, so it wasn't like a long ride or anything, and it was good. Another thing that you should make sure you have, upon choosing where you're going, or after decision of where you're going is made, you're going to get into a taxi, which means you need cash. I am a bitch that never has cash, okay? I was lucky to have like some US on me. I got change for the red cap, because you have to tip your red cap. Do not forget, tip your red cap. The taxi for me was 47 Beijing, which is what, 2650 US. I hate math. Let me do the thing. 47 divided by 2, 2350. Right, you know what I meant. In my brain I was like 7, 6, but it's 2 into 6, 3. Cool. 2350. Yeah, girl. 2350 US, and I paid that in cash, as I said. And then I got here, and you got to your room. Usually there's somebody to help you take your bags up. This, where I'm staying, is more like an inn sort of vibe. So let me just show you real quick. Ooh, this is the living room portion. I have like everything here, like my suitcases and stuff are there. And then you have kitchen vibe, more stuff. And in the back, I have a really big bedroom and bathroom. I'm staying in the penthouse. Ooh, yeah. I'm staying in the penthouse suite, I guess. The rooms below are smaller, but all have kitchenette areas. And AC, which a girl needs. Okay, so I think that's basically it. Travel wise, make sure you have, you know, your wipes, your masks. For JetBlue, at least, if you have the mask with the filter, you can't wear that on the plane. They're not allowing it. You either have to wear a cloth mask or a surgical mask. For me, as a singer, I've been doing this mask on plane life for a very long time. I'll show you the mask that I personally use. The mask I use is called a humidifier. Now, I have the first generation style of it. They have a new style of it. And basically there's a humidifier in here, and it stops you from getting jet lag. It stops you from getting tired and dried out on the plane. So that's why as a singer, this is perfect to have, especially when you're traveling for auditions. This makes life so much easier. So I literally sit down. As soon as I get on the plane, I switch out my cloth mask for this mask, and then I go to sleep. Straight to sleep. Because comfort level at 100. I'm gonna have to get a new one because this one is very busted. But yeah, this is the mask that I use. So as I said, if you have those masks that have the filter on the side, you can't use those ones. So prepare for that. I know people were saying that you should travel in the shield as well, the face shield. So if you have a shield and a mask, that's fine. I literally saw people in hazmat suits and I was like, all right, you're pushing it. You're pushing it, because unless you wear this hazmat suit everywhere you go on your everyday life, wearing it on the plane, really, like, I can't. But do that if you need to. If you're being that extra, be that extra with your chest. That's all I can say. That was definitely it. So yeah, that's how to travel to Barbados in a nutshell. I don't know what it's like for the other islands, but that's what it's like for us. Pretty simple, to be honest. Just be prepared to quarantine. If you're negative, then you have 7 days. You ain't leaving for those 7 days, okay? You're just not leaving. So just sit with that, understand that, because you're protecting the people of the island. So if you're traveling as a tourist, just know people live here, okay? So don't be running around willy-nilly. That's not good. That's not being a good person. We are each other's keepers right now, for sure. We should have always been, but this disease makes it very clear that we have to look out for one another and be very cognizant of how our actions can affect others. So if you're traveling, make sure you're safe, make sure you're tested. If you get in, stay where you are until you can leave. All right, so that is it. I will see you guys in another video if I ever post on YouTube again, because you know that girl be neglected. Okay, bye.